Hi everyone, I hope you all guys can see my screen. Please confirm it. You guys can see my screen. Okay, thank you. I'm not audible. Okay. So guys, for rest of the people, I'm audible or not audible? Chandan, you can. Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay. So today's session will be recorded and will be uploaded on YouTube. Uh, Last session was not recorded because I have not covered any new thing. I was just resuming the sessions and announcing what will be the plan for the next some tutorials. That's why last session was not recorded. So today I will start GitHub. Uh, so I, uh, I will start it from very beginning. So what is GitHub? Let me explain first and then I will tell you some software to download, and after downloading that software you will only be able to working with GitHub. You can start from that. So that software is must, and for different operating system the software is different. So let me give some brief about GitHub. These are the steps that I will cover today, and it will take 2 or 3 sessions to complete it as per your need, because we are the testers. We doesn't need as much as the developers need, but we need some points to cover it. So we should know whether if there are 10 developers working in a single project, say how they can communicate to each other. Every time they will not go to each other and ask their code to merge their code. So GitHub is responsible for version control tool. And also if I will browse the definition, let me tell you. If you will go what is GitHub, you need to start it from here. So you can see GitHub is a code hosting platform for collaboration and version control. So you guys normally see in Android system. Actually GitHub is not related to that, but you normally see that Android system presents its new updated version by the times. So GitHub is the process where you can move your code. Suppose, for the example, suppose I am the developer A, there is a developer B, developer C, and developer D. These four developers are working together, and when I am saying it developer, you guys consider it as a tester. So because we uh, today it is the days, like we also writing codes, and not less than the developer, we also write a very huge code. So their upcoming few years will be not considering any difference between developer and tester related to code. So as much as they write the code, as much as we write the code, so we should have knowledge about this GitHub. So suppose developer A is working on module A, developer B is also working on module A, developer C is working on module A. I am just taking, and developer D is working on module B. Suppose developer A shift is morning 9:30 to 5:30, and de developer B shift is 9:30 to, and the developer C works in the shift of 5:30 to 12:30 or something else. So suppose developer A writes some code and developer B writes some code. So what this developer will do, this developer will push his code on GitHub, and similarly developer B will do. What developer C will do, he will come to office, and at the time developer B has left the office, but he has produced some new work in the module. So suppose I am working on a, for an example I will take that, suppose I am working on a form, that is form, suppose registration form, and I am responsible for making some fields like name, email. This is just for an example, because this sort of form is not need two developers, one is also can do it. So developer B is also, for an example I am taking this. So suppose he is also working on some three fields, he is working on three fields, so he has completed his work for three fields and left the office, module A and developer A and B. Suppose if this developer C comes to the office and he again start from the beginning, so he has done 30% task, he has done 30% task, he also is starting 30% task. So these both developers work on their task, but both are incomplete. So in that case, when developer C will A will left the office, so what it will do, when developer A will A and B will left the office, they will merge their they will push their code to GitHub, and when developer C will come, he will pull the updated code by the A and B, and he will pull the updated code by A and B and start working from that only. So after 30% he will start from 31% after pulling the code. So this they can't do manually, like calling to each other and saying please mail your code. So they don't need to do that, and everything error related or code, sometimes it happens that code is not getting merged properly, there are some issues, so GitHub will take care of all these things. So you just I just go this was just an introduction and I will start. So what you need to do, just go to the GitHub, you go to download GitHub for Windows. You just need not to write this, because I am using the system Windows, and you can download it from here. Okay, when you will download it, simply install that. This is a very simple process, you can browse on internet how to do it. If you face any problem, so you can ask me as well, but downloading and installing software is the simple process. So suppose some people are using Apple laptop, so they can click on this link and they can download it for Mac OS. Okay, so simply go and download this. When you will download that, you need to do one more thing. You just need to go on github.com, download and install that software. This is the first step. Okay, and second will be, you can simply do that, you can make account in GitHub site. Okay, so it is very simple process. Just go github.com, it will pop up some screen like I will show you. github.com, and here you will see, because I am already logged in, I will sign out, and here see sign up for the GitHub. Okay, so you can sign up and remember this username, email and password. Okay, so these are two steps. First, you need to download the software. Second, just make an account on GitHub. After that, you can simply start. Let me clear these things. Now, how to push your code over GitHub? This is the agenda for today. So what I will do, first I will open my command prompt. I will open cmd. I will type here cmd. If my voice is not audible, if the screen is not visible, if anything goes wrong, please unmute yourself and let me know, and then after I will fix that and again start, because I cannot see the messages now, because you can see guys that what screen I am using, so that's why you need to unmute for that. Okay, I just opened it, but for pushing the code we should have any code. What I will do, I will close all these stuffs, right click, close all, and I will make a fresh project, so you guys can see from beginning. Right, I have clicked on file, Java project, and git demo. Now finish. Okay, so this git demo, let me, I know the screen is not visible, still people are not responding. Editor, where that was, Windows show boot. Where was the zoom screen? Actually it was in window only. Help. In last some sessions I, it was in editor only. Why I am not able to zoom it? Help. Can anybody remind me? Because I know that last I have did it from here. Screen is visual or not? Anybody not responding? Okay, it's clearly visible or something missing, because last time I have did it from here. Okay, I will continue. What I will do, now I will make a project. Let it be, I have made a project. Under this I will make a package, so that in a professional way I can git demo. The package name will be also git demo. After that let me select it, window editor. Oh shit, why is not? Okay, and here I will right click, new class, git demo. Okay, and I will select this main method and finish it. Okay, so I will give here a message sysout control space system.out and hello GitHub. Okay, so this is my code. Now what I will do to push their code in GitHub? First, where I want to put it, that path I need to see on GitHub here. Okay, you guys can see, let me write it my GitHub path. Okay, so these are some repositories that I have already. Okay, so because this is a new project that I have made, so I will make a new repository here. Click on repository and here you will see new. I will click new and I will give git, simply git demo. Okay, after that I will click on create repository. You can see git demo, but no code over here. Okay, so what in this path I will push my code. Okay, so somewhere you have to tell where you want to push your code, otherwise it will ask you to do that. So I will copy this path here just to show you the step by step process, otherwise I don't need to copy for remembering, just copy from here and push that code. Okay, now next thing what I will do, I will go to command prompt, but before that I need to know where my code resides in. Actually my code is, you can see on git demo src git demo. Okay, right click on the project, so actual path will be given by the here properties, and you can see D drive, under that training folder, under that after that git demo. This is the project name. Okay, so I will do one thing here, I also need to be on this path only where my code resides in. So these both things should be match. Simply what I will do, D drive, under that D drive cd training, and after training git demo. Okay, so I am on right path now. You can check it from here, Java D drive, under that training and training git demo. So here I am. Okay, so from console I am also here. One thing I want to tell you, there are many tools to do this task, to push the code in GitHub, to pull the code from. There are many tools available in the internet, and many companies are also using that, but this is the very basic thing that you need to know. Without, actually when you use those tools, so in background they run only these commands that I will tell you. So this is the basic, wherever system, whichever system you use, this process will never going to be end. But that tool may be some bug, that tool may be some, so knowing from the command prompt is the very big thing. Okay, so you can see I am on a right path, you can match it from here, D drive training git demo. So you need to come under the project label. So my project is git demo. Okay, sorry, my project is git demo and I am under the git demo. So here you can see under git demo. So you need to come on this path only. After that there are two commands. You need to first provide the credentials, because if you will not provide the credential, anyone can push anyone's code. That is not right from the security purpose, because in office we use LAN cables and LAN wires. So it's security purpose, you need to provide your credentials. If the credential will not be needed and anyone can push the code in that path, if anyone can push the code in this path, So this will be a very big security bug. So first you need to provide the credentials, and this is the one time process from your system. If you have did it one time, you need never to do it, because I do not need to do that, because I have pushed my code several times. But for showing you, because you will be doing first time, so you have to know this. So I will you guys can write these commands, note down these commands, or I will copy in my notepad and share you. First you need to initialize your project, or first you can do git config minus minus, or you can say hyphen hyphen. First you need to provide your credential. User dot name is equals to, my username is Sonu Vandan 123. Okay, so you will also do this, like do in this way. I copied this and I will paste here so that you can refer it later on. Okay, and enter. Right, so you guys can see this response. If you guys can see, this means you are in a right direction. This command prompt is visible or not? Okay, no.
Yes, visible.
Okay, thank you. Now you need to provide git username, git config minus minus, or you can say hyphen hyphen, user dot email is equal to, this is the mail from which you have created your GitHub account. So you need to, and please don't misuse that. Otherwise it will not be possible to do that, but please don't misuse that, because first time you need the password, and that I will never tell you. User dot email is equal to, okay. But one thing, it has not asked me password. But when you guys do it first time, there will be a pop-up window, and that will ask you to enter the password, and that password will be your GitHub account password. When you are creating the GitHub account, there was a window that was asking the password, and you need to put that. Because I have did it several times, that's why I don't need to enter password. It is not prompting me to put that password. But when you will do it, you will do it first time, and that will ask you the password. So you need to remember the account password. Credentials added in the terminal are the credential for the Git account. Yeah, right. But the, in your case, when you will do it first time, that will ask password. Any mishappens, you can email me, and you can put it on Google Classroom or WhatsApp, where you want to be ask your question. No worries. Okay, after that you need to, you have successfully provide the credentials, and you are connected to your GitHub account. Now this code you need to initialize first. So for that, keep git init, just do it. Click enter. Oh sorry, there was a space, this will create problem. Okay, so when you will do some error, this will like this, git init and enter. Okay, you can see initialized empty git repository in d training git demo, and now go here and you guys can see git. Okay, okay, now I will again copy this command and paste. This is the second step. User dot email, and here need to give email. Okay, now after that you have successfully initialized the project. Okay, now second step will be add your code to staging first. What is staging? Git, the software that have you installed, that will take care of all the codes for merging, for adding, for pulling, for pushing. So you need to add to that stage first. Okay, and for that command is git add star space star. Remember that. I will copy and click enter. There was no response, no error. That means this code has been added to first stage, that is staging. I will write here. After initializing the code, you have add it to staging, and after, because this step add only those five, because here I have given star, so this star means that it will add all the files that are present in your this workspace or this project. This will add all the files. Git add star, because I am doing it first time, I need to edit all the files, but sometimes we need to only one file. So for that you need to do in that way only. You need to provide that file name and you can do it normally. There is lot of things that we need to do. So because I am adding it first time, so I have used git add star, like select star in SQL. Okay, second thing, I have added all the files. Now I need to commit this. Git commit m. This m means message. What message I want to give it first? Because I am adding it first time, simply I have given first. You can give it any message. Now this code has been committed. Okay, committed where? In GitHub software and GitHub repository only, inside your computer system only, not in GitHub. First I will added the code into staging. Add star means all the code into staging, and after that I have committed my code. So my code has been successfully committed, and in this level I can check each other's code before pushing to the GitHub, because sometimes GitHub is the live code systems that where I need to check many things before pushing it on GitHub, because that is live code, that live updated code I cannot disturb it, because that I need to commit it. If there are some mishaps in this stage, GitHub will tell you, because this is the simple hello code, so there will be no process. As much as you will do practice, you will know. Now the code is added. Now I want to push it on GitHub. So first let me copy and paste into your notes. Okay, now I have committed my code, and many developers have committed their code. Not only I have committed. Suppose like there are website like IRCTC, thousands of developers are working on that. Thousands of developers committed their code. How their code will be managed, how GitHub will take care of this, should be taken care of in offline, and then we need to push it on GitHub. So all the developers have committed this. Suppose 10 developers had committed their code. Okay, now I need to, after manager, what the project manager did, project manager have checked offline all the things offline, and after that what he did, he want to push the merged code on GitHub. What it will do, first he will tell the path where he wants to put that code. Git remote add origin, and he need to tell that path. I will go here and I will copy this, come back to, and here I have pasted the path and click on enter. Okay, so no response means yeah, or everything okay. Okay, now suppose in between 10 developers had pushed their code, but one is confused, ninth developer is suppose confused whether my file has been added or not. So what, now the code is being committed, so there is a command git status that will tell okay, nothing to commit. This means all the developers have committed their code, he has managed in that way. After that, if some files are missing, in your suppose I write a new class here and I will check git status, that will tell okay, all the files are not committed that are present in this code. Okay, so this is the git status command. So I have told the path where I need to push my code. I will copy this line, and this is the step. Okay, after that simply do one thing, git push origin master. Now this command will push your code to GitHub. I will copy this. Oh, okay, git push origin master. What it means, git is simply git command, push, and this means that push your code in the GitHub. It will upload your code in the GitHub. Origin this path that you have added, and master is the branch. And what is the branch, that I will let you know. Let me come back, and oh okay, suppose I open this. Okay, after click on Selenium, this is the Selenium framework that I have made. So, and my office people are using this nowadays, so this was my study, and I have did that just to let you know. This is the master branch that all the codes are added. Why I have not created any new branch, simply I can create a new branch as well, but I have not created. Why the master branch where your updated code is there, fixed code is there in no bug. I can create a one more branch, that is testing branch. Suppose I give it name test. So before adding on my live code, before adding my last stage code, I can add it on test branch, so that if there any miss happens, so that can be fixed. My live code that was already fixed, that should not be disturbed. So that's why I can create branch as well. So but currently I am using a simple code, I can push it out very simple way. So that is a branch. So I have given that name branch because the master branch. And let me go back to git demo. No code over here, and when I will enter here, code will be added to that way. Okay, you guys can see. Okay, compressing object 100% unique, then everything okay. Okay, now I'll refresh this so you guys can see my code over here. So I will add again. So these are the steps. First you need to provide credentials, username and email. Sorry, here email you need to write. I have copied that only. And after that initialize your code by before initializing you need to come on that path only, and after that coming to that path you need to initialize, and after initializing because add all the files that are present in your code. After that commit that code. After committing tell the git tell the your software or github to where you want to upload that code in which folder, or after that simply push that. But remember one thing, when you will do it first time there will be a pop-up that will be asking to enter the password, and that password will be that you have created on sign up of the github account. So this was the agenda for today. Just practice it, and if you will practice it then only you will be able to understand tomorrow's sessions. Whosoever will not be practice, I can promise you can not learn anything tomorrow. If you will simply write one time only you will be able to understand. I will upload this on YouTube as well, but please subscribe that channel also. So now I will take questions.
Vandan Rama.
Yeah, Ramesh.
So actually, we should have committed the source code using command prompt.
Yeah.
Actually, I heard like we can do it using Eclipse itself.
Yeah, we can do it, and there are many more tools also that I have already told in this session, starting of this session. You can do it, but this is the basic that you can do it any time. This process is never going to be end. But there may be that Eclipse can remove that plugin in future, or those softwares can be will be not working, or some companies don't want to purchase those software. So in that case that will be not useful. That's why I am telling in this way. This is the you can say is this is ongoing process, they will never going to be, and that's why you need to learn it from this way. So I am telling in this way only.
Okay.
Anyone else want to ask any question?
What is the tomorrow's agenda?
Tomorrow's agenda will be like some other developers also came, and he want to push his code. So you can see over here how he pushed his code, and after that you need to pull his code and start working on your code after pulling his code, so you can get the updated code and start working on that updated code. So this will be for tomorrow's agenda.
So you mean to say like that is a kind of branching?
Yeah, you can no branching, not kind of branching, because branching you can create separate branches, but here you this will not be process of branching. This will be just like adding each other's code and working getting each other's code and working on them and pushing again your updated, and he will again pull your code and you will push this process only.
Okay.
Anyone else wants to ask any question? Okay, thank you for the day, and tomorrow timings will be the same. Thank you.